Yo. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're like super low.
All right, let's.
Ingenito, long time no see, my boy. What's going on?
It's just crazy work stuff, man. But we're balancing. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you on a rooftop somewhere doing some shit. What's up with that?
Yeah. So just final projects that are finishing up with that. So current section, the supervisor on my side.
My man was on a rooftop in freaking here using that. I used to do design and technology at Rosa Park, and that's what I thought of when I seen.
Also, how have you?
So what's going? What'd you say?
Saying how have you been? How's everything been going?
What'd you say?
you hear me?
I am stressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm stressed. I've got a consulting firm. I've got work going on. This shorty, uh, God's, she's like an angel. Me to come kick it with her for Valentine's Day. I'm like, planning that out.
Sorry, what did you say? Did you just mention it?
But
You
I'm
got a
dead.
shorty?
Like, look, crying. You know me, I'm crying.
Well, I don't know if it's my network or yours, but you're breaking.
It's definitely mine.
Yeah, because I can't get you
Can you hear
clearly.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so there's this chick, her name's Christy,
You have a
Christina,
photo of her Instagram?
and
Can I
she's
check
like,
out?
nigga, I got her as my lock screen.
Oh, where is she from?
She's Nigerian. Her last name's Adejokun.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's like a supermodel out here. And I was supposed to go to the basketball game with her, but she flaked. And I texted her, I was like, yo, you can't just like flake on me. I'm a real nigga. Like, that's mad disrespectful. I told her, I was like, next time I see you, we gonna have to put on the gloves and go a couple rounds. And she was like, damn, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. And I kind of just told her, I was like, I'm not really doing nothing and I work weekends. So I told her, I was like, I was gonna come out to her school and kick it with her for Valentine's Day. So I'm like planning that shit out. It's like, I don't know. It's like I always need something to look forward to. Otherwise, I don't know. But I mean, uh let's try and keep L consulting firm on topic. You said you had a question about what you had to shoot.
I thought you were more of a Latina kind of guy.
Huh? You said what?
Yeah. So just basically,
Damn, he's gone. All right, y'all. So welcome to L Consulting Firm. I am slightly tipsy. Okay. Shout out to Twisted Tea. So I got the classical music going. It's good for the mind, when you're in that sort of state. The classical music you just kind of vibe out. You feel me? So definitely had a long day. A lot of stuff happened today. But we're here. It's London session. And Tawana just dropped out. He had a couple things he wanted to say. So while we wait for him, you already know we're gonna mark up some charts. Oh, there, he's back. Welcome back. But yeah, you say you had a question.
yeah. So I'm saying like I wanted some insight on basically, what exactly am I shooting? Because you talked about intro and landing session. So what exactly am I talking about? You know, I just want like guidance, like give me context, and then from there on I can carry forward my own creativity.
So, Tawana, your section is the psychology training.
Yeah.
So that means we'll be going over you'll be going over sort of what comes with day trading, why the psychology part is so important.
Okay, hold
And
on. Let me just write. Can I note that down? Let me just open my short notes on my screen so I can take down notes. Okay, so I said, what is day trading? What comes with it? What comes of day trading? What to expect from day trading?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let me do something really quick. Hold on.
Comes from day trading. Yeah. What else?
I really want you to dive into like the pitfalls of day trading, the psychological traps, like when you over leverage, what what that feels like the stress that comes with over leveraging. I want you to go over greed effects when somebody when you're like mad deep in profit and you don't want to close your trade. Instead of closing your trade, you start opening more positions, and then those positions go negative, and then your balance starts dropping. The greed effect, knowing your trading style.
Yeah, impatience, having a system, all that, yeah, could fall under psychological, right?
Yeah. Knowing your trading style. There are scalpers, day traders, all of that. I'm just gonna turn this off because yeah. And
So
no,
speaking of trading style,
mm-hmm.
before you go further, like I've been doing an analysis of like most of my trades, and I've realized that a majority of like my winning trades have been the ones with like the shortest movements, like the scalps.
Okay.
Yeah, so that had like made me think about my trading style, and I think I might just like this month I want to try out scalping, see how good I fare with it. Scalping with intraday, but mainly scalping because like I was looking back at my biggest losses, my best wins, and I realized that the best wins I had were the ones where I took the shortest trades, got in and out quickly. And the losses that I took that were the ones I tried to hold. So it's like I was trying to hold the wrong time. That's something I realized that I was trying to hold at the wrong time. But when I didn't have a hold, then I just took whatever small tips I could get out of it. I was like very much positive. I was like going all the way up. The moment I tried to like hold longer. And okay, basically just my timing when to hold, when not to hold, when to scalp, when not to scalp.
I mean, yeah, like it's your trading style. It's based on your results, your experience. I went through my scalping phase. If you haven't been through your scalping phase and this is where you want to do that, then by all means, yeah, just keep in mind, you know, you're saying that you get in your best trades are like the short-term trades. So it's probably because you're like looking at lower time frame and that's what you're focusing on. So, I mean, just remember not to get lost in the lower time frames when scalping and to maintain your higher time frame bias. So, knowing your trading style is one, and then fear of the market, uh, FOMO, fear of missing out, fear of, uh, there's fear of missing out, and then there's fear of being apart, like, you know, being scared that the trade will actually go in your direction, not actually sitting and waiting for um the trade to go in your direction. That's all part of fear of the market. And then revenge trading. Um, like all of these topics should be their own different video. Try and keep them short. Try and keep them like shorter than 20 minutes because I'm already like approaching my limit on the website. You got revenge trading, and then you got demo versus live. Why you can lock the fuck up on demo, but when you get to the live, you just kind of it doesn't play out the way you thought, and that's because there are no emotions on demo, and the emotions are a big part of it because this is all a mental game. And the fear of being wrong, the fear of losing money, accepting risk, impatient versus patience, not taking a trade is not losing. Um, Sometimes your best days are the days when you're not involved in the markets at all. Like with me, I'm conscious enough to know that I'm still going through recovery. So I'm not lotting up to the position size that I normally would. So not taking a trade, discipline, the discipline factor. I know you work out a lot. I've been kind of missing the gym and shit, but the discipline factor about how like you feel me? If New York session is at 8:30 a.m., you gotta be in your seat by 8 o'clock. Market pre-market and the discipline that comes with that. And then back testing, all of these are their own separate videos. So just take like what I'm saying and then deep dive into every single topic. Impatience and patience, not taking a trade, discipline, back testing, and synchronicity. Like not just synchronicity within the markets like confluence and stuff, but also synchronicity outside. Like if you see a TikTok and it's talking about some shit that you actually going through right now, that's also synchronicity. Or like somebody says the word butterfly and then a couple hours later you see a butterfly, that's synchronicity. So you got synchronicity, back testing, discipline, not taking a trade, impatience and patience, accepting risk,
Demo versus live, revenge trading, fear of the market, knowing your trading style, and the greed effect. All of that, all of that might be like 2 hours, 3 hours of footage, maybe, but cut up into small, easy to consume sections. Because you gotta think like your section is at the top. It's real close to the beginning. So I want you to keep it simple, but also deep dive. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
deep dive on all of the topics. Uh, Bruno, welcome to the call. Tana, do you have anything else you wanted to ask about?
Nah, that's pretty much about it.
All right. So I'm gonna let's see. I just closed this. So I don't know how it's gonna. Let's go for some media training. Okay. Um, a big part of L consulting firm is the media part because I worked in a multi-level marketing company for 2 years and experienced a lot of different ways to market through social media. So today on marketing through social media, we will be going over my Instagram account, okay? And on my Instagram account, Tona, just mute your mic real quick. Oh my God, that's so much better. Like that's literally like so much more quiet. All right. So social media training, you feel me? I got the Dunes of Dubai, Operation FX Summit 3, Dunes of Dubai poster posted on my Instagram. And you can kind of see kind of the forethought that has gone into my Instagram. We got this picture here of me in the seat that I'm in right now looking at my screens, and over here on the left we have a lava lamp and it's kind of orange. And that is the beginning of this sort of orange hue, this sort of orange glow that we are now experiencing. I just think the aura that is coming off of this color is spectacular. Like, I changed my wallpaper on my setup to this big orange thing up here. And literally, when I leave my setup running at night, like this whole room glows orange. And I picked orange just because last time, um, for the summit, my focus was introducing top tier trader. So for the first summit, my focus was introducing Forever and Profit. And then with the second one, my focus was doubling down on Forever and Profit, but also introducing top tier trader, which is why this poster is like deep fried in blue. Um, but also because, Forever in Profit, when you're in profit on MetaTrader 4, the screen turns blue. So that was sort of my idea, is that if you're forever in profit, you're sort of cemented in this sort of blue sort of thing. And we evolve about 7 months go by, and we get to this screen where my lava lamp is glowing orange. And I picked orange because official FX Summit page is orange. Their single as soon as the last summit ended, they changed the only image they had for the next summit was orange. So I picked orange. You know, you got this sort of orange here with Bitcoin. And then here with the fit check, Bruno and I went over the fit check. I'm not gonna make y'all watch that again. Here with the fit check, I sort of really introduced that orange. It's branding. That's what it is. You know, with the last one, it was Forever and Profit blue, and then my profile picture was that blue for a really long time. And now we're coming into here and it's Dubai. It's Dubai, you got the sun, you got the sand, right? So that's orange. So we get to this FX Summit 3 banner and it's covered in orange. So I'm really excited to see how the orange ties in to the summit. And if you look back, my first image of Operation FX Summit 2 was the oh shit, we just lost Helena. All right, he'll find his way back. But my first image of the second summit was this. All I had was the font. And the font was cool because it says operation in between this gap, but also because it was the second summit, the two looked like exclamation marks. And I just remember somebody a while ago told me that, fonts are like really important to the mind. Like people notice fonts off rip. So you got the Operation FX Summit 2 right here with the two being two exclamation marks. And I further drifted that exclamation point um and operation in the middle. And then you sort of see how the the event evolved from just having the font and the idea to paying for everything to then coming up with this. So I was scrolling through TikTok one day and um I saw an ad for an app that lets you generate 3D videos or whatever. And um in the video was this big circular thing that we see. And this thing is called a Mobius strip. Okay. So a Mobius strip is a one-sided object. It only has one side, and that's because it bends at one point. You know, most objects have the front and the back. This Mobius strip is bent so that the front faces the back, and it's all just one side. Um, if you've seen Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark is with his daughter in the future, and Captain America comes and says the Avengers need to figure out time travel. And Tony Stark is in his basement. He's like, time travel doesn't exist, yada yada. But he's cracking at it because he's a genius. And then he draws a Mobius strip, and that's how they figure out how to time travel into the past. So you gotta imagine it's like 2 months before the summit. I see this app that lets you generate images. I generate the intro for the summit. There's a Mobius strip. It's talking about time traveling. I'm getting hints of the event in my present time 2 months before the event. And I'm talking to my friends. I'm like, think about it. Like, I have to build this idea, this experience from scratch. and I'm getting like shrapnel of this event that's in the future here in the present. If you've ever seen Tenet, uh, in Tenet, they have like this sort of concept that in the future there's a war and they're sending their soldiers back in time and they're getting remnants of the future in the present, right? So we get that idea, we get the we build that idea that this event is sort of something that's from the future, that's in our present, it's bleeding into our present. We build that on top of the font, and then the actual event happens. You know, I land, I go out, I drink, I party, I have my day one sitting on a couch with five different bad bitches, you know, because the bad bitches love now. It's just a proven fact. I'm on a balcony in Miami. I meet Lambo Raul. I take pictures with the cast. This guy right here actually ended up pointing a gun at me. Uh, Lambo Raul, what happened was on my first day at the summit, I sat down in this picture. I come up to Raul and I sit down with him and I just try and have like a man-to-man conversation. And I tell him, I'm like, dude, I heard about your child. He just had a baby like a couple months before. So I'm like, congratulations, yada, yada. And after we talk, he says, he calls up his team and his team calls me and my team over and they give me a paper with login information to a $10,000 account on Raul's version of Top Tier Trader, which I believe is Leveled Up Society, I believe. So this Asian guy sees that Raul has given me $10,000. And I'm assuming that in his mind, he thought that Raul gave me literally $10,000. So like legit, we landed back here on like Monday night. Thursday night, he came up to my house, pulled a gun at me in this room. He was standing like right there. Pulled a gun on me, told me to give him the 10,000. I didn't have it because it was in a trading account. I gave him whatever cash I had. I think I had like $105. That's all I had. And he took it. And he is now serving 15 years in prison for aggravated robbery. Uh, so just so that we understand the stakes going into this next summit, I've done this before, and I've had some crazy experiences. But you know, we get to this poster. This happened after, and I was building versions of this poster before the summit happened. And it wasn't until after the summit where I figured out, oh, this person did this on this day, yada yada, who's doing what. She almost didn't make it into the poster because she was trying to cancel on me and shit. Of course, I picked a picture with her titties hanging out because I mean, you got to show the merchandise. You just have to. This is all branding and stuff. And then that's it. The summit's over. I go back to my regular life. I'm working out. I finally give away the PS5. I'm doing more workout, whatever. Have a birthday party, whatever. Get a new trading setup, $4,000 week, basketball game. And then this is why I brought this Instagram up. Uh, just today, just a couple hours ago, went to a tattoo shop. I've been planning this for like literally years. Told myself, when I first got involved with Forever and Profit, when I first got involved with Forever and Profit, I was still in IM Academy. So I couldn't really pledge my allegiance to the bull. But I had told myself, I was like, if I ever make $10,000 knowing what I know from Forever and Profit, I was gonna get it tatted. And as you guys well know, last month I did that. So went to the corner store. I really wanted like a real ghetto, real. I mean, the last post before this, I was at a basketball game, like covered in jewelry and shit in a $1,000 outfit. So with this one, I really wanted the aura to sort of be like, I can do luxury and I can do corner store shit type shit. And you guys, it might not be a thing in Zambia, but here in Texas, it's a big thing to do like gas station pictures or like pictures near the cooler. It's a big thing. It like everybody does it. And I had never done it before. So I just thought it was a cool way to incorporate the bull. And in almost every picture, the bull is like right there. This is like $700 right here, believe it or not. Yeah. It's my guy, it's my corner store guy. You always have to have a corner store guy. Like if your corner store guy does not trust you, there is something wrong with you. Okay. And this is the setup that I took with Bruno on the last call. Bitcoin hit a 38,502 low and began creating higher lows and then broke a level of resistance with bullish momentum. So right in here in these two bearish candles, we zoom in, you see I got my entry right there. Wick entry, okay, because I'm John Wick and that's what the fuck I do. And caught 866 pips. Actually, I think Bruno, when we left the call, I was like very up. By the time I actually closed the trade, because it had pulled back on me, by the time I had actually closed the trade, like I had lost a little bit, but I was still in profit, managed to make a withdrawal, confirmed. Go ahead, clap it up. Go ahead, clap it up. WKOT, okay. And then we have the Dunes of Dubai FX Summit 3. Now, I have this up. I noticed my Instagram support was lacking, which is okay, Envy and jealousy, people see you make it, they don't really want to support anymore. One really about Instagram. For me, it was more about the Wall Street Academy private group chat. And here I wrote 2020, when I first found out about FIP, I told myself when I make my first $10,000, I'll get it tatted. Last month alone, December 2023, I made $34,000 complete. I don't have the supercars yet. I still owe people money, mainly the government and hospital bills. But this is the first time in my entire career, pretty much since I started, that I feel like my profits are reflecting my work ethic. Nobody talks about the psychological impact of working day in and day out and seeing no results. It's a new era. I had to follow through. Trading has taken me to Africa, Dubai, New York, Chicago, and Miami and back like 4 times. I am who I am today because I kept going and I'm gonna just keep going. And I got the same picture here and it's been up for 4 hours. It's got however many likes it has. So this is the Wall Street Academy private group. If you're not a part of Wall Street Academy, you're not gonna see this. So this is insider information basically. Please load L Wi-Fi. There we go. We're just gonna go over the comments and shit. You definitely helped out the new people like myself with this one. When you find yourself overwhelmed with learning and not seeing any profits. And I replied, it's not easy. I'm big on the spiritual aspect of trading. You gotta have blind faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11, verse 1 through 6. And it's crazy because I had been seeing like 111 all over for the past like 3 weeks. And I just randomly came up with that or randomly referenced that uh scripture. Like literally the section that I sat in at the basketball game was section 111. So it was kind of weird.
Yo, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry to cut you short. Can you forward me the link for the website, sir, for L Consulting Firm?
it's www.lconsultingfirm.com. Plain and simple. I paid extra money for it to be plain and simple. lconsultingfirm.com. I was delusional for years before last month. Delusional. You just got to keep going. And Nico Samano said, love it. I replied, I love it more. He killed it with the detail. All right. Iva Funderberg said, who is your broker or is this a funded account? I replied, KOT or X on the Trade Locker platform. You know, I gotta rep my set and shit. She said, thanks. Marcel Beckford, this guy, if we sort of deep dive into him, he replied, incredible. This is the wrong computer to be trying to deep dive on niggas. Pause. Whoa. Hey, yo. Pause. I'm gonna just close this. We're not gonna mark up charts today. I really want to get through year dos so we can get through year tres. There is no year cuatro because I that entire year I was on my MacBook and I spilled alcohol all over my MacBook. But this Marcel guy, he just had a $22,000 week month in January. I saw him, I have him on Instagram. I saw his story. He literally posted his buys on US 30 and Q posted his buys on US 30. And they literally had the exact same move. He tagged Q tagged him back. I've had moments like that where we've taken the same trades, and that's because it's the same information. You feel me? And Marcel is actually currently number 5 on the FTMO leaderboards. All right, clap it up for him. He has a $400,000 account and he is currently in profit $38,384. And he's number 5 on the FTMO account. You feel me? So him commenting on my post, incredible, was just kind of cool. It was like real recognized, real. And those are the goals I want you guys to think of, especially with this account coming up. I want our risk cut short. I can't overstate the importance of risk on this account. I've had 6 accounts on Top Tier Trader, and like 4 out of the 6 were blown because I was over leveraging. You guys are going to have a bigger account than I ever had. So there should be no reason for anybody to over leverage at all, whatsoever, at all. So this is a long run type of thing. You get the account, you should think of having it for the whole year. Like it's one and done. You blow this one, I'm not putting another band into another one. All right. So Gerald Noah said salute and Rondo Alvarado said salute as well. They're saluting because with this single tattoo, I've now moved up in the ranks. Okay. I went from a private to a general, just like that. So that's some media training, just to go over it because it just happened. 100 something likes in the last 4 hours. And this means more to me than the Instagram post. That's because I know these guys, we're all going through the same struggle. And yeah, I basically got the tattoo for them. All right. So that's that. Uh real quick. Um I am going to go to the bathroom, enjoy these classical hits while I am gone.
Yo, I had a question.
All right, let's get back into it. I'm gonna keep the classical music running in the background just because I like the vibes. I like the vibes. Let me just try and
Yo, sorry,
yep.
I wanted to
Yeah.
ask, how how convenient is it for you to make changes to your website, El Consortium Girl?
It's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. Okay, because I was thinking of changing my bio and my name on the website. I think of going with my trading alias on it.
Yeah. Just shoot me a text with what you want it to say, and I know you want it to say the new engineer. So just shoot me a
Fair enough.
text, and
All
I'll
right,
check.
okay. All right, sure.
Go back on mute, please. Thank you. Okay, so this is July, year dos, the last month of the second year. And this first one is called 25% accuracy. Where is my classical music? Nah, that is like such a vibe. And I'm drunk. Like, come on, that's such a vibe. Hold on, I'm gonna try and do this only because y'all don't need to see this whole thing. All right. If anybody drops out, just let me know or just join back because we're about to lock in. Lock in, chat. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Where's my marker? Oh, my marker. I need to see my. Do I have no marker today? Marker. Mm, oh no, I think I have no marker today. All right, I'm gonna do my best to go through this with no marker. Oh wait, there it is. Yes. Haha. Got the bitch. All right. 25% accuracy. The best I can say about this is you don't need to be 100% accurate. If your wins, your risk to reward ratio, you keep your risk small and your wins are big enough to make up for your losses, you can have 25% accuracy and still be profitable. All right, this next one is called analysis. Here we have some sort of downtrend with a high right here, a low, a lower high, another lower high, and a level of support maintained right here, this area of liquidity. And I'm assuming price was somewhere around here. He saw that price was making a level of resistance right here, a level of support right here, and assumed that it was just going to bounce off this level and continue pushing. It actually came and ate all of this liquidity before bouncing off and pushing up. So just remember those fake outs before the breakouts. They love to eat that liquidity. That's what moves the markets, the liquidity. This one's called hit 18 pips. You saw the entire move before it happened at Black Swan. You took full advantage of the move and probably made thousands. Meanwhile, you only saw it when it finally happened. You only you only took a small advantage and it wasn't even live. We gotta do better. Fund an account, start trading with 20s on US 30 and make bank. Um, this was a hit. We see how you see this area of liquidity. All of this right here on a higher time frame is like a wick. Yeah, you see we're on the 4 hour time frame. So on the daily time frame, this is probably like a wick, meaning an area of liquidity. Price pushed off of that area of liquidity, found some high up here. Coming back to test that area of liquidity. And here we have this support that was broken. 1, 2, broken. That's a beautiful entry right there. That's a textbook entry. Got in and only caught 18 pips. So that's kind of what you were talking about, Tana, earlier about you scalping. I guess your dose was my scalping error. Maybe, I guess, because that's a scalp right there. Hit 108 pips. Nah, this classical music is a vibe. All right, we got an uptrend of some sort. Price is coming from down here, creates a high, some type of lower high, some type of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. With this huge um exhaustion width right here. Well, really, it's on both sides. So that's market manipulation. That's imagine, imagine being in this fucking candle. This is fucking exaggerated. But we sort of break this trend, have some type of minor counter trend, he finds this previous area of support, this previous engulfing pattern, looks to the right and gets in, and that's 108 pips on NU. It looks like it's drawn incorrectly, but we'll let it slide. Gold miss 13 pips. We're in some sort of downtrend. Price is coming from this high, creates a level of support right along here. Has this sort of uptrending counter trend. And I understand why he was looking for sells. We're in a downtrend. This is meant to be a lower high. This looks like an engulfing pattern. I understand it. It's possible. I don't have the data of what actually happened, but it's possible that this created some sort of head and shoulders pattern and then broke. All right, but we don't know what actually happened because this is a screenshot. Never shot. This is from MetaTrader 4 on the computer. You can tell because it doesn't look like TradingView. We're in some sort of downtrend here. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Level of resistance broken right here. Level of support maintained. And we start creating higher lows and higher highs. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So that's the shift in the trend right there. These candles, all of these, that's the shift in the trend. And we're making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, just constant higher lows. It looks like it's drawn incorrectly again. It's possible in my second year, I still hadn't figured out how to use fibs. That's entirely possible, but it's okay. Okay. Another never shot. We're in some kind of downtrend again. This is Ripple, I believe. Yeah, Ripple. XRP USD. Lower high, lower high, lower high, broken, uptrend. This right here, you see, you've got your level of support right here. This is your higher low. Higher low, you're in a downtrend, you start making higher lows. You're in a downtrend, you start making higher lows. That should be a sign that there's bullish pressure being built. So higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Hit this previous area of resistance or previous area of support, now turned resistance. And it rejects that area, breaks our counter trend line with a sexy candle right there. Several sexy candles. 1, 2, 3. And you do have some sort of minor counter trend to come and retest that level of resistance where it is then broken and a downtrend is created. And you see, he did predict that it was going to come and retest that area and then push downwards. So he had the bias and the analysis right. He just never shot it. Another never shot. This is 2 days before my birthday. We're in some sort of downtrend on EJ. Lower highs. Let's see. I think this fib is correct. Yeah. We've got the 100 here at the high and the 0 here at the low. I'm seeing 2 fib. Yeah, there's a bearish fib, but there's also some kind of bullish fib. And the bullish fib saw that price created a level of support right here, maintained that level of support, and spot, but overall we're on a downtrend. Price is moving down that way. So these are just more lower highs from this previous lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. It's a downtrend. And you do see that there was some sort of, let's just focus on this bearish fib. Okay. We'll focus on this bearish fib for right now. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There is a counter trend right here. And this counter trend, it's the 61.8 on this bearish fib. Da, 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 da. And I love how it just respects that 61.8 for me. I love seeing price respect the lines that I draw because it shows me that I'm not just playing around. I'm actually what I'm doing, I'm actually looking at the market and the different, what can I say? The different elements in the market, so this 61.8 being a level of resistance that it respected and then sold off of. Another never shot. And I understand why there's so many never shots around this period. And that's because I had just gotten back from Zambia and I didn't really have the money or the confidence to trade. So skip past my birthday, another never shot. This looks like some type of downtrend. All right. If it was pointing up, it'd be an uptrend, but it's not. It's a downtrend. And lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We have remnants of the harmonic pattern that we went over early on. X, A, leg to the B to the C with that final impulse to the D and immediate sell off. And there is this sort of lower level of support that it's respecting. So it was in like a downtrending channel until it finally broke out of the channel. Another never shot. Give me my marker. All right. Level of resistance up here. We're on AU now. Slow ass pair. Level of support broken. Downturn. This is a descending wedge. You see that upper side of the wedge and the lower side of the wedge. We have remnants of the Christopher Derrick strategy with this zone here. It's got its two zone areas and then that blue. Anytime you see that blue on these past markup charts, just think Christopher Derrick. Like that's remnants of a previous strategy. And he was thinking in probabilities. What are the chances that it tests off the bottom side of this descending wedge and goes bullish? Or the wedge within the wedge, it just came to test the top of that wedge? Or what are the chances that it just completely broke that level of support, which it actually did? So when you see multiple arrows like that, it's because he's thinking in probabilities. Another never shot on Bitcoin. This is back on the MetaTrader app. Um, this is 2021. Bitcoin was at 33,895. Now it's what's it at? Where's my phone? Boom. Where are you? Who cares? That's not what we're on. We don't care. Um, but it looks like it's in some sort of downtrend. Like price came from up here and fell. This being a lower high, this being a level of support that was maintained, and him seeing another lower high and just expecting it to keep falling. Another never shot. Some latent Christopher Derrick zones. We have this level of resistance up here, level of support. So from this level of resistance and just kind of consolidated. This is the worst market to be in because it's literally just consolidating. And then continued its downtrend, had pullback to this level of resistance, tested that level of resistance, and continued its downtrend. Couldn't break past this level of support. Instead, it hit this previous level of support, now turned resistance. And chances are it just fell after that and continued its downtrend because you don't see any real signs of bullish momentum. It's just downtrending. Another never shot. Oh my God, please shoot something. All right, we're in GU. Downtrend, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, level of previous support turned resistance, 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 resistance. This looks like it broke, but if you go on a higher time frame, it's still tested. Fib drawn incorrectly for whatever reason. He's in a downtrend, seeing these lower highs, and has a bullish fib drawn, thinking it's gonna go bullish, which it did not. So it's really important to maintain your higher time frame bias. This is such a good song. This sort of counter trend right here. Just vibe. Just vibe. A simple remembering child again. Bewitched. All right, that's enough of that. But he saw that it was gonna sell. He just never shot it. Like I said, this was a period of time where I had just left Africa. I was broke. And I was just trying to regain my confidence. NU, another never shot. Got a low right here. Some sort of counter trend. Resistance. Broke out of the counter trend. Came back to test the counter trend. The back of the counter trend. You have this nasty, sexy candle right there. That's the sexiest sexy candle that will ever sex, to be honest. Taps the back of that counter trend, hits this previous level of resistance, previous level of support, previous level of resistance, creates resistance, maintains resistance, and keeps selling. So just like that. Fib drawn incorrectly again during a downtrend. Fib would probably be drawn from here to here with a 100% retracement. But I mean, it's okay.
He's a fool and don't I know it.
Projection half
A
right.
fool can have his charm.
Back on
I'm in
MT4.
love and don't I show it like a baby heart. Love's the
US
same old
30.
sad
Got a level of
sensation.
support down
Lately
here.
I've not slept
And the
away
level of resistance
since this half pint
up here.
invitation
Another level of resistance
put me on the
right here.
brain. I've
Test this
sinned
level of
a
support.
lot.
Cascading higher lows.
But I'm like
Maintain
sweet
this
17
level of support. Higher low, and possibly breaks out of these two previous levels of resistance. This fib was almost drawn correctly. He drew the low at this wick, which is a bearish wick. It should have been here where the bullish candle starts. If you're in an uptrend, you go bullish to bullish. So you start at the bottom of the first bullish push, and you end at the top of the bullish push. And if you're in a downtrend, you go bearish to bearish. Or bullish to bullish, bearish to bearish when drawing your fib. So when I keep saying, oh, he drew his fib incorrectly, because it's not going bullish to bullish or whatever. But this fib was pretty close. You see price here maintain this 38.2% PRZ level. Just barely topped it, just barely created its own random support slightly above it. But yeah, that's another projection. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it for July. What time is it? It is 3:09. We still got an hour. Still got time. Healing probably. What is this? Exists. Oh yeah, no, we're not going over that. All right, so that is your dose completed. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to your press, the last year of documentation in my journey before you get to year 5, which this September I will be. This September I will be going into my year, yes, my 6th year. Long time coming. And you see, I got the Roman numerals for the months. We'll start at the first month, September. So that means he skipped from July, went to August, skipped August, skipped September, or skipped August and started back in September. Life was so hard to bear. Now my heart's antiseptic since you moved out there. Your chance spinning. Those ants that invaded my pants. Nothing in here. Great. Nothing in the notes for September. Go to the sniper range. Pow pow. Oh my god, there's nothing. Oh no. Is the entire year tres just empty? Oh, this would be tragic.
What's the name of that song again?
This song is called Orpheus in the Underworld by Jacques Offenbach.
Can you
Yeah.
write it, please?
Yeah. I'll send it. I'll send the link to the entire playlist in the chat. Unfortunately, I do believe this entire year test is blank. I'm not seeing any sort of anything that would actually be tragic. That would actually be tragic. Let's see, does G have it? March, anything. Does anybody have any? Please. Sniper, March. Something. Please, anything. Whole lot of empty. All right. Okay. That's cool. Well, I guess that's it for the going over the past. So we're at the end of this. No year tres, no year cuatro. You know what we could do? We could go over year cinco. Sure, why not? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Okay, this is all we have left to go over. Wait, what's in your cuatro? Let's just see. Maybe there's something. Okay, there's a little bit of something. Think 48,000. Oh my God, PTSD. Okay, this was the setup, the tragic setup that occurred. Might as well just go over it. This is very recent, like 2 months ago. So you have the fib drawn correctly from our low to our high. Counter trend. Level of support found here at the 78.6, right around 16,000, and higher lows being created. So we bounce off the 61.8 and do not create any sort of significant support or price action. It's just straight bullish momentum. And price currently is right around this area somewhere. It's like bouncing in this area. So that was my higher time frame analysis for the tragic loss that left me handicapped. Da, 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 da. I believe this is the lower time frame analysis. Yeah, we went over this. It was in the video on my YouTube channel, but just to go over it again. Got this level of support, higher lows being maintained. All right. Area of consolidation. Once it broke out of that area of consolidation, that's where I got in. And this entire push here was worth 30 grand or whatever. We are not looking at my resume. It's not necessary. US 30. Wow, this is a lot. All right, we'll start down here with price creating a level of support being tested, engulfing pattern right here. This high being a level of resistance for this engulfing pattern. So you got a high, low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Higher low, higher high. And you can see like here on the lower time frame, there was a level of resistance that broke and he got in for a buy and bought all the way to the previous level of resistance. And then even on the lower time frame, we started to create some sort of lower time frame channel here. He's looking for sells. You see, he's got this ascending wedge. He's looking for sells. Why? Because we're all the way here on the resistance side. Price breaks support, sells to previous level of support, where you got support, and then that's all just consolidation. It's just nasty and should never be traded. Do not trade consolidation. Even though he did take several trades, he was locked in. Look, he took the sell down to the level of support, took the buy off to literally where his entry was for the sell. A level of resistance was created here. When price came back to test this level of support, we bought again all the way to that resistance channel. So we're in a channel, right? This is the support, that's the resistance. And he bought and then sold. And then it dropped, came back to test previous level of resistance, now turned support, got in again. You can see there's like a little black line there. So on the lower time frame, he found a level of resistance, waited for the level of resistance to break, bought again. This must be some sort of higher time frame resistance coming from somewhere where we cannot see, because it's like off on the other side of the screen. But he got out right there at this level of resistance right here. And then it came back to test this level of support. And he bought again here with a lower time frame engulfing pattern. Bought again, hit our level of resistance. We just lost Bruno. And then, oh my God, I hope you guys aren't falling asleep. And then there's a engulfing pattern here on a lower time frame off of our support for this channel, and it just kept buying and buying and buying and buying. And you can see I've got Monday morning 9 a.m., Wednesday morning 10:40 a.m., Thursday morning 8:30 a.m. Why? Because every morning that week I was in this chair marking up. That's why it looks so crisp. That's why there's so many entries. That's why this is like an advanced, yeah, this is definitely like an advanced screenshot. If you see, compared to year uno, there are no more Christopher Derrick zones. There are no more harmonic patterns. There isn't even a fib on this one. So that's how you know he's just using straight price action. Okay. And the consistency Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, all right, the amount of shots taken, there's not a missed shot on this bitch. Like, this is just beautiful. This is top tier trading right here. That's what the fuck this is. This is top tier trading. Bravo. 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 Leave us everything in your cuatro. Yeah. Your cinco, we'll just go over it real quick. Did I just fuck that up? I think so. All right, gold, gold. Ain't no way we going over gold and Bruno fell out of meeting. All right, some sort of low right here to some sort of high. I remember gold had this like huge, nasty exhaustion candle on this side. And that's where all of this red is coming from because there was like nasty exhaustion. So it hits that level of resistance again. And you can see the amount of detail inside this area. There was a lot of trading going on inside here. A lot of trading. I'm just trying to mark it all out for you. Support, engulfing, support, resistance broken, bullish momentum, resistance hit, support broken, H4 because it's green. We break that engulfing pattern here of cells, sell like that, right to this previous level of support. What's this? High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, entry, engulfing pattern on the lower time frame, lower low. This is technically a higher high, technically, but doesn't break structure because this is still a downtrend. All you'd kind of do is draw your fib. This would be your 100. And then this down here, your 0. And then this is your counter trend. And this looks like I'd say this is like a 78. No, probably like a 61. We'll call this 61 right here. And then it sells, tests this previous level of support, creates a new lower high, and continues selling. So yeah, a lot of trading going on this one chart. That previous area of exhaustion we were talking about, that's all the way over here. That's in responsible for this huge red zone. It breaks below, getting a level of support, and comes back to test that exhaustion here on the MA66. Right? That's confluence, right? So we're in a downtrend, counter trend, previous exhaustion, MA66, Mad Wick, lower high, previous level of support, now turned resistance. So entry was right around here. He probably didn't make that. That was probably a miss. Only because of this huge volatility wick. But that's why we make sure our entries are really close to the MA66. You know, if you've ever been in a situation where you're looking at a chart and you see that the MA is like right here, price action is like moving and it's nowhere near the MA and it kind of drops and then you get in and then it comes to test the MA and you're in drawdown and it hits your stop loss and then it respects the MA and then it continues pushing. The MA is there for a reason. It's a moving level of support and resistance. You always want to get as close to it as possible. Okay. And this here, I'm assuming on a lower time frame, there's some resistance right there, support right here. Got in at the 50%, sold down to the negative 27%. UJ hit 677 pips. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Level of resistance maintained. Level of support, draw it from your point A to your point B. Just keep that bitch running. I'm gonna just delete that because that's messy. And previous level of resistance broken. Kind of support, not really. Turn support. This is a previous level of resistance, turn support, and he buys right there at the bottom. This is an ascending triangle. Okay, price is moving like that. And he basically bought at the bottom of the ascending triangle and caught 677 pips. US 30 missed 129 pips. All right, some sort of uptrend with the high here, low somewhere here, mad higher lows. I remember Q talking about something where he was like, even in this area where price is just constantly buying and buying and buying and buying, he was still anticipating sells. And it happens even to the best of us. Like, this is clearly sellers, this is clearly buyers exhaustion going on in this area. Buyers exhaustion, buyers exhaustion. We hit this previous resistance, break through it, turn support, higher low, previous resistance, break through it, turn support, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then the MA and some kind of counter trend get broken and there's immediate sell-off pressure. So we always got to make sure we look out for those counter trends. They're tricky. You gotta look out for those counter trends. Price broke its bullish streak right here. And just sold. But if you think about it, the area that it created its higher low was a previous area of resistance. Resistance, turn support, turn support. This is all structure type shit, you know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Previous resistance, turn support. What happens? Buy. All right. US 30 hit 140 pips. Level of resistance. The clarity between this chart and year uno's charts is drastic. This is cleaner. It's boiled down. Like if you guys have ever, if you've ever heard of alchemy or read The Alchemist, they talk about how you can turn lead into gold by boiling it down to its purest molecules and boiling off all the impurities and stuff. And that's what I feel like looking at this chart because it looks like it's boiled off all the impurities. There is no more Christopher Derrick. There is no more harmonic patterns, barely any fibs. This is pure price action. And that's how I like to trade. I like to keep it pure price action. All right. And I'm not really gonna go over this one too much. You got an ascending triangle, a lot of inner structure within this ascending triangle. It's really just bouncing off different areas. And I remember this one, it didn't actually, because I thought it was gonna buy like that. It didn't actually buy. It broke support like that. I remember that. Uh, so yeah. US 30 hit 93 pips. What am I looking at? This here is indicating of selling pressure. This buyer's exhaustion being created, level of support broken, turned resistance. You got your highest high, and then you start creating higher lows and higher lows and higher lows and higher lows. Fib drawn incorrectly, but we'll still count it. And you have this sort of big bullish push all the way back to your last level of support, and it turns into resistance. So basically what happens is you have this huge uptrend, and here at the top it creates some level of support, and then it breaks that support. It starts going bearish. And then you have a bullish push that tests that previous level of support, turns resistance, and starts selling. Okay. So this right here is what I'm talking about. This right here. It's a level of support turned resistance. Hit 93 pips, sold off of that resistance. Beautiful trade. Here's 30 hit 72 pips. Higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher highs, higher high, higher low. Right on this counter trend. Right on this counter trend. Taps that counter trend, maintains this level of support. Engulfing pattern here on a lower time frame. That's probably some type of engulfing pattern. Buys good healthy 72 pips right there. GJ hit 63. Okay, I'm gonna start with this area of liquidity that we have here. All right. Bearish liquidity. Sold. Came back with a huge bullish push to test that bearish liquidity again and began selling. only caught a portion of the move, but caught nonetheless. And then last but not least, we have what happened this Friday. Low, higher low, level of resistance, higher low, broken, impulse, higher high, higher low, wick entry, 886 pips. All right, we are now all caught up to the present day. And with that being said, thank you for sticking around. I know you haven't been on the call in a minute, but I'm glad you were on this one because this was the finale. On the next call, we'll just be outlining the strategy, making sure everybody understands what the current present strategy looks like. And I believe that's it for the webinar section. Honestly, I've done my part. I have shot consistently all month, consistently shooting all month, going through years and years worth of history, explaining how I evolved my mindset into what it is currently, turning lead into gold. So I'm gonna let the music vibe out. Yeah, Tony, if you don't got nothing else to say, man, you don't have to stay. That's it. Class dismissed. Thank you for attending. You got your webinar section, what you need to shoot. Just try and keep them videos short and sweet, and send it to my Dropbox. Cool. Cool. I'll play my favorite classical song to send us out. W vibes, W vibes. Thank you for tuning in. That is the end of the streaming section in L Consulting Firm. You should by now understand what price action is, um, support, resistance, trend lines, counter trend lines, candlestick analysis, time frame analysis. If you don't understand it, go back, rewatch it. All of these videos are like 2 hours long. Just keep rewatching it. But I've said a lot. I've talked a lot. I'm gonna retire, honestly. W vibes. W vibes, W vibes. W vibes. W vibes. Chilling, man. This is how I day trade. I just sip my drink and vibe the fuck out. You could do it too. I've given you the information. You could do it too. Okay? Look, you could do it too. Just apply yourself. Figure it the fuck out and apply yourself no matter how long it takes. Just keep going. Just keep going. And with that, class is dismissed.